Hello, class. In these two next sections for this coming week, sections 5 and 6, we're going to cover two really important aspects of organizational behavior. The first topic summary is going to be leadership. And leadership essentially describes the process whereby a leader influences followers to help achieve something important to the organization. This topic summary shows how contemporary approaches to leadership build on some of the earlier theories and regard leadership as a process of influence, communication, and inspiration. There are many contemporary approaches to leadership. They emphasize the elements of a leader that are considered to be learned behavior. And leadership research focuses on the specific skills a leader needs in order to be effective and the context in which this occurs. In this particular section, for the first half of the week, we're going to try to explain some of the differences between leaders and managers. There have been many theories about leaders and managers, and we know that managers are kind of the safekeepers of the institution. They make sure that policies and procedures are carried out. Whereas leaders don't need a title on the door to be called a leader. They naturally lead. And we will find out that there are many ways and many different types of leadership that are effective, sometimes even more effective than the hierarchical structure. The second thing in this particular section we're going to try to do is we're going to not just look at the leaders, but we're also going to try to explain the role of followers. And followers play an important part in the organization because they very well could be what the leaders are now planning for when it comes to successorship. They are our future leaders. So we're going to be, in this particular week, we're going to be doing some really interesting things. And we're going to be talking about leadership and looking at some really good YouTube videos on leadership. And this particular week, in week 4, we're going to do another case study and another participative discussion. This time, the participative discussion will be on leadership, and the case study is going to be on the next section, which is going to be on motivation. Now, as you know, leadership and motivation work hand in hand. Organizations spend billions and billions of dollars trying to motivate their employees each and every year. Some theories of motivation have been transformed to adapt to more contemporary issues. Organizations continue to embrace theories of motivation and rely on these theories to guide their incentive efforts to improve productivity. Obviously, the more that employees are motivated, the more productive they're going to be. So we're going to find out what motivates employees, and we're going to look at Maslow's pyramid. Some of the theories of Abraham Maslow were that we need to get by the lower order needs and to get to the higher order needs of individuals. So in this particular section, we're going to try to understand how managers influence and improve the motivation of their employees. And we're going to look at some of the theorists like Frederick Herzberg and his two-dimensional theory for motivation. We're also going to be looking at some other organizational approaches to motivation and how they can be both intrinsic and extrinsic. And then we're going to do a couple of case studies. So that'll be for the second half of the week. First half of the week on leadership, second half of the week on motivation. I hope you enjoy the week, and let's go. We're motivated.